All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Welcome to Plant Based Homestead Prepper, where we make prepping fun. And I must apologize first off because I have gone over my data plan, apparently, even though it's supposed to be unlimited. And we were grandfathered into this plan years ago. I have gone over my allotted internet time, apparently, and data. So we may experience some lagging during these lives until everything restarts. And you can also expect that kind of stuff to start happening more frequently in your home, because with more people staying at home, more people using the internet, you can expect for your broadband or your widthband or whatever it's called, band to start slowing down, especially as you start watching more Netflix and Hulu's and Amazon Prime TV and movies and all that kind of stuff. So you can expect that kind of stuff. Okay, so good morning, Tara. She says in Georgia she has 22 cases around her. And welcome from Virginia, where in Virginia Beach we have our first 2 cases right here in my back door. But it's more to come, y'all. It is more to come, and I know you guys all know that. Nearest one around me is about 20 minutes away. Good morning, Karen from Connecticut. We are in a state of emergency now. Wow. Well, our governor, Ralph Northam, is going to be speaking today at 11, and I'm presuming that he's probably going to put Virginia on a state of emergency also. North Carolina did it yesterday. They only have 7 cases. We have 8 as of this morning, and we're not in a state of emergency yet, which I'm like, what's wrong with us? I'm also in a different vehicle this morning, so you're going to get a different angle, and you're going to get a lot of movement. So I'm just apologizing and telling you guys up front. There are 17 states now in emergency, state of emergency this morning, I believe. I think you're right. I believe it is 17. Is this thing rumbling? Yeah, it is. I don't know this. Anyway, this vehicle, you're driving and it gets this like rumbling sound, like, and I haven't been able to figure it out. Anyway, this is the day that we're blessing somebody else with this van. We've had it over a year now. It has been good to us. It was a blessing to us. So we have decided to bless someone else. And yeah. And as you guys have noticed, I don't know if y'all have or not, but all of these extra vehicles that I had that I was not driving, that was just sitting around, I have gotten rid of them. We are in process of paying off all of our debt minus the mortgage. And if the creek don't rise, that's a saying from down south. If the creek don't rise, I still don't. Well, back in the day, people used to live close to the water, and when it rained, the water would flood your house out. So, they'd be like, if the creek don't rise, I'll be there. Well, if the creek don't rise, hopefully in the next 30 to 45, 60 days max, we should be able to do it. If not sooner. I'm working on a couple things right now that we should be able to do that. Because I just believe going into this, well, we're already into the crisis, but going into this crisis further, I just feel that our household needs to be debt free, minus the mortgage, of course. If I could pay the mortgage off, I would do that too. Hard to believe almost 1/3 of the United States are in a state of emergency. Good morning, Miss Elgiston. Good morning to you. About time. Your place looked like a car lot. I know. So when you come by the house now, you're only going to see 2 vehicles. And I also believe this. You can't expect to get newer stuff. You can't expect to get new stuff if you got a whole bunch of old stuff sitting around. So that's another reason. I mean, granted, my house did like a car lot, but I didn't have no beat up cars just sitting around not running. All my cars are and were operational. So yeah. Someone said they heard that the stores will be closing too. That is crazy. Hello, Miss Curtis. How are you this morning? Glad you're here. Thank you for being here. We are going to be debt free in July, but my husband lost his job 2 weeks ago. Yeah, and that's another reason why we prep. Miss Grace, good morning. Lots of cleaning, good for you. Yeah, that's another reason why we prep, Miss Eggerson, for seen and unseen times like these, because if you are prepping, at least you don't have to worry. And if you're prepping and you lose your job, then you don't have to worry about being able to feed your family. That's the best part about being a prepper, is that sense of relief, that sense of, we got this. And that's what prepping to me is like insurance. I think we talked about this last week. Insurance is great when you need it. It sucks when you don't. You got to keep paying that premium. But when something happens, you're like, ooh, I'm so glad I had this insurance. My husband lost his job, but lots of nursing homes are going on lockdown. Only staff in and out. No patients leaving, means no job for transporting patients. Spring break next week, so I'm wondering what will happen here in Florida. I'm wondering the same thing here in Virginia. Spring break is always for Florida, Virginia, Atlantic City. Those are always, big tourist attractions during spring break and Freak Week and Bike Week and all them other kind of weeks. I'm really wondering what's gonna happen as well. Yes, we have food, but never enough money to put aside for bills. But we have plenty of food. That's everybody. And I had somebody. I can't say they was trying to troll me. They were just like, Plant Based Homestead Prepper. You're telling people to pay their debts off, and not everybody can do this, and not everybody can do that. And it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I hope I don't step on you guys' toes too hard today with this statement. But like I told that person, I was like, I'm old enough now to know. I'm 45. I'm old enough now to know and to see that people buy and purchase what they want, and then they beg for what they need. I'm going to say that again. People who are not preppers, how about that? People who are not preppers tend to buy and purchase what they want, and then beg for what they need. Case in point, and I know, if he gets upset, he gets upset. He's probably not watching anyway, but my son is a perfect example, and I had to tell him the same thing. This week, this is Wednesday. I told him this Monday, I was like, you know what, son? You keep calling me, asking me for money, which he's not really asking for a whole bunch, but I don't agree or appreciate the things he's doing right now in his life. And he's putting me in a compromising position because he's done some things that have gotten himself in trouble, but he expects me to bail him out. And I send him $10 here, I send him $15. I need some gas money there, and blah blah blah. Oh, I need my brakes done. And then come to find out, I bought his brakes for him and had somebody paid for somebody to put them on. Then he's like, oh, I need rotors. You mean to tell me your crazy ass was so crazy that you've been driving squeaky brakes? Now, you know what? I've been driving cars all my life, since I was like 14, 13 years old. And anytime your brakes start squeaking, you need to take care of those pads and those shoes then, so that you don't ruin your rotors. And then now you're out of, you've taken a $100 job and turn it into a $500 job. This is so crazy. Dadgummit. I was debating which way to go, because I was like, okay, if I go this way, I'm probably going to get caught in traffic because of the tunnel. If I go this way, probably going to get caught in traffic because of the train. It just is what it is, So anyway, perfect example of buying what you want, because the reason he's in trouble right now is because he does what he wants with his money. I mean, he does what he wants. And I told him several months ago, probably like 7-10 months ago, I was like, son, this is what you need to do. I know you're not going to do it, but this is what you need to do, and it's going to suck, and you're not going to want to do it. And I told him, I was like, because he was talking about getting a car. I said, son, what you need is a scooter. Take that money that you have saved. You saved up a couple $1,000s now. Take that money, go buy you a brand new scooter. That way you don't have to worry about it. It's going to be excellent on gas, and you'll be able to ride your little girlfriend around and all that good stuff, and you'll be able to get around to it, back and forth to work, and it's not going to cost you a whole bunch of car, blah, blah, blah. Okay, all right. So here it is, 8, 9, 10 months later. I hate being right all the damn time. It's such a curse being right all the time. So here it is, 8, 10 months later, and he can't afford the maintenance on his car. Because I looked at his lifestyle, I was like, dude, you don't need a car. You can't afford a car. You like to party too much, and you like to do too many stupid things with your money to have a car. And I'm getting to the point of, you know, people buying what they want and begging for what they need. So, you know, he gets this car. I don't know how, hook or crook, he got it. And you know, ever so often, at first it was like once every other month, hey Dad, can you cash out me $20? Yeah, $20 ain't nothing, you know. All right, sure. And he's been pretty good about paying me back. That's one thing I've instilled in my children. You gotta keep good credit, especially with me, because once your credit gets bad with me, I cut you off. And I don't care what your last name is. That's just life. And I'd rather me teach my children the hard lessons of life than life to kick them while they're down. Because how many of you guys know that life has a tendency of kicking the heck out of you when you're down? I mean, life will kick the crap out of you while you're down. So anyway, you know, first few, you know, up until this last month, you know, he's been pretty good. You know, okay, Dad, you know, can I get $20? Boom, he'll pay me back on payday. Dad, can I get $10? He'll pay me back. You know, whatever. And I don't keep tabs. I don't keep tabs on stuff like that. I have a mental threshold that once I hit it, I'm done. Okay. So you got excellent credit. Good, me too. And it took me a lot of years to learn and to clean up my terrible credit to get excellent credit. And that's one thing I've been trying to teach these children of mine. Now my daughter, excellent credit. My son, he needs some prayer, y'all. He needs a whole bunch of it. So anyway, you know, I do this brake job for him, and my daughter called him. She's like, I can't believe you did Junior's brakes and blah 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 blah. And she's like, well, since you did that for Junior, you should do this for me. And I had to remind her. I was like, dear, remember about a year and a half ago, you called me and said your car needed to be repaired, and and you told me it was gonna be like $320, and you took it to. I was like, go ahead and take it to the shop. And then when I called the man to pay him, it was like $570. You remember that? Oh, that's right. I said, and then you added insult to injury by taking said car and then going to trade it in on a brand new car. Remember, even though I told you not to buy a brand new car. Remember that? Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, how quickly we forget. So what I'm doing for your brother has nothing to do, first of all, has nothing to do with you. Not even in the same category. And as far as the cost is concerned, and I told her, I was like, I just paid that bill off, which I had, you know. I had put it on a credit card that had 0 interest for like a year, so I took my time paying it off. But I literally had just paid it off when we had this conversation. I said, I just paid that off. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I bet you did forget. So, you know, hush, be quiet. So, prime example of people buying what they want and begging for what they need. So, I encourage you guys not to be those type of people. And if my mother-in-law is still watching, I owe her, and I love her dearly. And she is always welcome at my house, because when I didn't have anywhere to live, she opened her doors. When we didn't have money to pay our own rent, she paid our rent. When we were down and out, broke, busted, and disgusted, she was there. She was always been there. Matter of fact, I can't, in the last 11, 12 years that I've known this woman, I do not know a time when she was not there. I don't know a time when I called her and say, hey, I need, and she wasn't there. And I understand people going through hard times and trying. I understand people going through, you know, unforeseen circumstances and trying. But, you know, you get to a point where you get weary with helping people do bad crap, you know, to say, you know, just, I really truly believe that going and entering into this crisis that we're in now, I really truly believe that if you can limit, I mean, because look at credit this way. If you pay it off or pay it down and something happens, you can always charge it back up, right? A lot of people are like, well, I'm just going to charge up all the credit now, and, you know, the economy's going to collapse, and this is going to work, and this is not blah, blah, blah. You know, it's something else. You know, and you know, I try to learn a lesson from everything. For Jennifer's birthday, this is what my wife is so crazy. For her birthday, this is what she wanted to do. And of course we went to her, her friend's funeral. But after that, she was like, "What I want to go buy Mortal Kombat, and I want to play that video game with you all weekend." That's like, okay. And see, that's something that we both enjoy. That's something that we do that's inexpensive. I mean, a video game costs $40, and you talking about hours and hours and hours of just mindless fun, laughing and joking and hollering and everything. She's like, "Why do you holler so much?" I'm like, "I'm having a good time." Because I'm like the character in the video. If you're beating me up, I'm getting beat up. I'm yelling. So why did I mention video? Why did I mention that? Why did I mention video game? Anyway, I forgot what my point was about that. I know it wasn't cheap entertainment. I know better than that. Pastime. Anyway, can't remember. Let's catch up on some chat since I'm sitting still. All right, let's see here. I don't think we have enough money to get a trailer or anywhere to put it. I got excellent credit, Terry. You get a trailer. We just have vehicle debt and a couple credit cards, not very big amount. Very good. I wish we could at least get a camper. Okay, Tara, I understand. I'm going to downsize big time. Tara, what state are you in? Tara's in Georgia, just so you know. We are totally not those people. Good for you, Miss Exxon. We are those people who are always helping others. Yep, we are too. Oh my God, I'm going to get a camper RV from in Georgia. Get in contact with Roderick and get my Facebook and message me. You guys can actually message each other through the group. Tara, are you part of the group? The Plant Based Homestead Prepper group? I spit all over you. I'm sorry. I scream at Call of Duty a lot. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I mean, and oh, thank you, Terry. You got back on track. So in that video game, and those that know Mortal Kombat is very gory, gruesome. You're beating the heck out of each other, and then that's like finishing them. You kill this person, but they come right back alive. So anyway, in the storyline, because we played the storyline and we beat it, but they kept saying in the game, now I get a lesson from everything, but in the video game they kept saying there are some things that are worse than death. And I take that, I took that message and I'm like, man, how apply that to your life. There are some things worse than death. Now we all look at death and that's final. But when you look at financial death is like when you run up your charge card, you go over the limit. Have you noticed that how when you get over the limit, and just so you know, if you want excellent credit, you have a charge card, charge no more than 10% of the I always say face amount. I'm used to insurance, but charge no more than 10% of what the total amount allotted is. What is it called? The balance? It's not the balance. It's whatever they allot you. So if you have $1,000 credit limit, that's what it is, a credit limit. If you have $1,000 credit limit, charge no more than $100. No more than $100. Okay? And then pay that joker off. And that's what we do. Now, if you're trying to build and establish credit, charge no more than 10% and then pay like $25 a month and then, pay it off. And then do another $100, charge like, and then pay like $25 a month, whatever. If you're trying to establish credit. It shows good payer history and all that good stuff. We charge stuff now and we anyway, I'll do a credit card lesson another time. Let's see, what are you guys saying? It's K. Tara? Who's paranoid? Stalkers in the past, so I'm paranoid. Okay. Oh, is that why you're saying you're not on Facebook? Are you not on Facebook? Deliver less than 100 miles. Chattanooga, Tennessee. I don't know what y'all talking about, but I'm sure I'll catch up. So, I don't know why, but something's just saying get this debt off you, get this debt off you. And for those that have been following us a while, we were supposed to be debt free in February. Of course, we did some things. We took a trip, and I'm so glad we took that trip in September, and was not able to get tickets to the Olympics. Do you guys know how freaked out I would be right now if we actually had tickets to the Olympics? Can you imagine how freaked out I would be? I would be just I'd be messed up. First of all, we would have paid all that money for the tickets. Then we would have paid all the money for the flights. And then we would had to get, I would have had to get a passport, and Jennifer had to renew her passport and all that. And I would be freaking out right now. I would be freaking out. So, yeah, I'm so happy it worked out the way it worked out. We went on this like nationwide tour. Went to Florida first, then we went to Texas. Okay, so in Florida, we went to Disney, SeaWorld, and Universal. Universal was absolutely my favorite. Disney, I hated. SeaWorld, I hated. I don't know which one I hated, were SeaWorld or Disney. Absolutely loved Universal. Then went home to Texas. That's where I'm from. Spent time with the family. Caught a Dallas Cowboy game in the new stadium. First time ever. It's a wonderful experience. Don't know if I want to do it again. Yeah, I'm not saying I want to do that again. I can't. I don't really think you could pay me to go to the Cowboy Stadium again. And then we flew to Vegas, stayed in the Lexar Hotel, and brought in a New Year. Enjoyed it. And then flew back to Virginia. Had a great time. Was gone 10 days. Had an amazing time. Awesome memories. And you know what? I'm so happy we did that now. Or I'm so happy we did that. I'm happy now that we did that then. That makes sense? Because I didn't want to travel then. I definitely don't want to go anywhere now. I did watch this morning where they were, the CEO of JetBlue was on the TV, and don't be surprised if the president tweets or makes, tries to do something to help save the airlines. Just like he tweeted the other day about, saving the cruise liner industry or whatever. And as soon as he did the tweet, their stocks jumped up like crazy. And that's what's killing me about the stock market right now. I'm like, what is propping this market up? Because I have been waiting for it to just crash. Now, last week it went down like 15%. I'm looking for another 15%. I just don't know when it's going to happen. Because I cannot see how investors in the country and in the world, well, especially in this country, I can't see how and why they don't understand that we are in a crisis. Okay? But I appreciate the market still being up, because it's not causing people to panic, it made a correction, and it's creeping up a little bit. It definitely creeped up a lot yesterday. This morning it's down before market, and who knows? It might go down before market, and it may run up again. I don't know. But I have a new strategy that I am testing this week, and I will be testing next week. And millionaires and billionaires are made in times like these. We, as the average Joe, we normally do not know or have the information, the patience, the willpower, or the money or the finances in order to do proper investments like the rich, So it is what it is, y'all. But I am desperately trying daily. You guys know I trade daily to figure it out. And I trade with a very small account. If I lose it, then hey, we just start over. I'll fund my account with maybe like $100. I'll get it up to $1,000, $1,500, and then I'll do something crazy as hell, like swing for the fences. It is what it is. Good morning, people. Let's see here. Or at least the best morning it can be, I guess. They flooded the stock market with billions of dollars. Good morning, Plant Based Homestead. Hey, Tara. I run into you all over the place. Tara, you cheating on us? What? Tara is one of our most faithful. She is one of the most faithful. Matter of fact, she's probably the most faithful. I don't know of a live that you've missed, Tara. Especially during the daytime. Now, sometimes in the evenings, you'll pop in and be like, hey, I'm spending time with my husband, but I just want to check in, and we appreciate that. But I don't know if, I cannot think of a live that you have missed. Yep, I cannot think, and I appreciate that. Tara, you know what, Tara, I'm going to tell you how sweet Tara is. She is such a sweetheart. Tara actually sent Jennifer a picture for her birthday, where she had taken a picture from Jennifer's I guess you did it from her YouTube channel, and put her in a Harry Potter costume. I was like, and it looked just like Jennifer, and the costume looked just like a Harry Potter costume. I was like, and what's that? The Gryffindor class or whatever they call them. It was so amazing. I was like, man, that was so neat. And Tara, I want to openly thank you for that. That meant so much. I don't know what it meant to Jennifer, but it meant so much to me that you took your time and did that. That was very, very sweet and very thoughtful, and I really appreciate that. I see Tara everywhere too. I was watching part of the live last night. What's up, Kev H? Yeah, we got disconnected last night. I told you guys I had a meeting I had to go into, which it turned out to be a really good meeting. You guys know I work at the church, so to make a very long story short, we're talking about live streaming. And I'm not going to say whose idea it was, but these folks have been very reluctant to start live streaming. I think they finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a freight train. But anyway, I'm so glad Jennifer, like she did. She emailed me and tell me, oh, she did. I didn't know if she did or not. It was amazing. It was so amazing. So let me tell you guys. Let me plug Tara. If you need a ghostwriter, no, I don't think you do ghostwriting. If you need a publicist, if you need an editor, if you need somebody to do a drawing for you or a painting for you, Tara from Homestead Hopeful, Tara is your person. She does amazing work. So if you know anybody who needs some editing for a book, a novel, a paper, whatever, contact Tara. Tara, do you have an email where people can contact you that you want to put out? I know that, I know you're very private. If you want her to do a portrait of you or you and your family, she can do that. She's not going to do it for free. Hint, hint, wink, wink. But she doesn't charge a whole bunch for what she does. She really is. She really tries to bless folks and bless people, and she truly is a blessing. So Tara, thank you so much. Thank you for always being here, and thank you for what you did for Jennifer on her birthday. That was so sweet and so kind. Okay, there you go. She does ghostwriting, editing, graphic designs, book covers, artwork, etc. There you go, Homestead Hopeful Tara at Gmail. Tara has all the same family. I don't. That fella. All the same family I do. Gotcha. That's what I figured you meant. Y'all, hold on a second. I think this guy's calling me. Hey, man, how you doing? I'm on my way. I'm about 5 minutes out.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, man.
All right.
I'll see you in a bit.
Gas.
All right, no problem. Yeah, take your time. Take your time. Ain't no rush.
All right.
Okay, brother.
All right.
Thanks. Bye. Alrighty, you guys there? Yeah, I'm running a little late because I got caught up by the train I normally will be. I don't like people who are late, and I definitely don't like people who are chronically late, and I hate being late myself. So I'm running late. It's like 3 after 9 right now. I told this guy I was meeting at 9, and hey, here's what it is, And I expect that too. I anticipate a few things. I anticipate the internet's going to start slowing down. I anticipate sometimes when you get ready to call somebody, you may not be able to get through the first time or two. I also anticipate more traffic because with more people not going to work, a lot of the sheeple are going to be out trying to crowd the stores and get the things that they should have gotten 3 and 4 and 6 weeks ago when we first started talking about this thing. So here in the next, week or two, be advised that may happen. We love you too, Tara. Yes. Don't they know with your family and to leave us alone? I heard that is what will happen. What part, Miss Grace? What I'm talking about right now, as far as the internet and the traffic and all that. Did you guys? And thanks to Tara for even bringing this to my attention. I had no idea. But, oh God, I got caught in the center of a lane. Anyway, the National Guard has been called into the state of New York. National Guard has been called into the state of New York for what do they call it? They didn't call it quarantine. That's what it is. No, not may will happen. Will happen. Yes, all what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean you can expect that kind of stuff. And I hadn't heard that. That's just good old, as my granddaddy used to say, horse sense. That's good old horse sense talking right there. We have personally, just so you guys know, we have personally stopped eating any food that's not prepared at home. Full Spectrum Survival just posted a video yesterday saying we've got 10 days. I saw that one too, Tara. Yeah, it's not somebody I really follow. I remember somebody brought them in a couple weeks ago, said to go check them out. I checked out their channel. I like what they're talking. Guys, be honest with you, unless I'm posting on YouTube, honestly, I'm really not watching a lot of YouTube. Gosh, I'm doing more preps than anything, to be honest with you guys. When I'm not on YouTube talking to you guys, I am doing things that's prepping, honestly. I watch prep. I don't know why I like Prepper Nurse 1 so much. So I do follow him and I watch him. I guess because we agree a whole bunch. I try to watch Bear Independence, but Bear is just so. I like Bear, but he's just so matter of fact and he's so military. Maybe that's what it is. And I don't want to say he's a turnoff. He's just he's something else. I haven't been able to. I mean, he's got great information. I tell you, this one thing that he says, he's been saying since I've been watching him, is he's been saying for years, stack your food to the rafters. He's been saying that. Yeah, he's really blunt. That's probably the best way of putting it. And I don't know what this beef is that he has against Canadian Prepper. I like Canadian Prepper. I love his approach. I love his professionalism. I love his videos. His editing is amazing. And the dude has like 1 million followers. I don't think he has that many, but every time he posts a video, he's getting like 200-something thousand views on it. So he's doing something right. So Prepper Nurse one I really like. Alaskan. I like Alaskan Prep. I like deep southbound. I like those folks. Yeah, I love Canadian Prepper. Bear worked for DOD and a lot of alphabet soups. Yeah, Bear worked for DOD. I love Canadian Prepper. Yeah, I mean, I love all these folks in our community. But I tell you, the person who helped me, get started and cut my teeth is Pastor Joe Fox, and the chauffeurians out there at Shofar Mountain. He is probably the reason. Singly, when I first got into prepping, I watched every one of all 400 Pastor Joe Fox's videos, and at that time, I think that's how many he had up, and I watched every one of them. Then of course, he got upset with YouTube like most YouTubers, and he stopped posting. Then he went to this other thing, I can't remember what it's called, Patreon. That's what it. Besides the channel, Alaskan Prepper is the next favorite channel. Rudy is a great person. You know what? Alaskan Prepper is a great person. He's so humble. He's been on here a couple times back when Grim was with us and everything. And you guys say some prayers for Grim. I haven't talked to Grim in a while. I haven't texted him in a while. But last time I checked on him, he wasn't in a good mental space, which is important, especially in times like these. So you guys keep my buddy. I was gonna say Pastor Joe Fox. Yeah, I love Pastor Joe. He don't know me from freaking Adam, but I love him. And Pastor Dial, yeah. You know what? Pastor Dial is where I got that good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you watch it from. That's where I got that from. And I try to give him credit, as often as I think about it. I've been worried about Grim too. And the last time I texted Grim, I didn't get a response. So I figure he just needs his space right now. I'm worried about him too, y'all. Y'all know I love Grim. Grim loves me, and I love Grim. I remember one night we had somebody come in and was trolling us on the channel, trolling me on the channel, and boy, Grim was upset about that. And I'm like, Grim, that's just the way things happen, Being biracial, multiracial, and being black, that's just kind of stuff you're gonna get, So I didn't want him getting all upset about what he was getting upset about, because I didn't get upset. I was just like, oh, you're just a troll. And that's the way I see things now. You either part of the family or you a troll, Yeah, I miss Grim. Grim had amazing videos. You know, and he, especially his Trucker Tuesdays. Oh my God, those Trucker Tuesdays were amazing. So anyway, I've made it to my location. Let me catch up on these. Good morning from North Michigan. Michigan officials joined the. Yep, I saw your post in the group. So congratulations, I guess, are in. No congratulations. It's just gonna happen. Pastor Dow was the first one that got me prepping. Then I found Pastor Joe through him. Yep. A lot of these guys are spun off from each other. You know, Pastor Joe and Pastor Dow, they kind of came out together, and then Bear spun off from Pastor Joe. He said he started his channel because of Canadian Prepper. I don't know what this beef is that he has against Canadian Prepper. I'm not really sure, but whatever it is, I hope. Cause I watched a video of Bear the other day, and then he was talking about this video that Canadian Prepper had put up, and I was like, let me go watch this video. And then I watched the video. I'm like, dang, that was actually a good video, and it wasn't that bad. Why is he on this guy so hard? But some of us we just do what we do, and we have perceptions that we have. Y'all see I'm gloving up to go into Lowe's. We have perceptions that we have. And you know what, y'all? It just is what it is. It just is what it is. And some people, and I've just come to realize, y'all see how I'm changing angles on y'all? I'm doing like a professional show now. And you know what? And that's what I feel, Karen. We can all learn from each other, because Lord knows I don't have all the answers. I watch these guys too. And I take a little bit from everybody. I like Prepper Nurse 1. He just seems like he's just a good old boy, a good old hometown guy who just, I don't know, who's just trying to take care of his family. And Bear the same thing. I don't know much about Canadian Prepper, but he seems to be, a guy who's just trying to take care of his own. Same with Pastor Dial and Pastor Joe Fox. They're and regardless of what their beliefs are, we're all in the same group. We're all in the same community. I like Plant Based Homestead Prepper too. Can you guys imagine when we finally get to 1,000? I was telling them last night in this meeting that we had about this live streaming. Because of course money always comes up. I'm like, well, you might not realize this, but once you get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, they have this thing called Super Chat, and then people, as you're doing the lives, people can just donate there and blah 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 blah. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited about us getting to 1,000 just to see what happens. Canadian Prepper is getting a bit too commercialized for my taste, but I still love his content. You know what? I think he has to do that. Because to be honest with you, I believe Canadian Prepper, because he blew up, I think he was making some pretty decent money from YouTube. And then, of course, YouTube being YouTube, I think they cut his money. So I think he has to do a lot of and I agree, he does do a lot of commercials in his content. But they don't bother me, because I know as a creator what you have to do if you're trying to make some income, through YouTube. You have, especially those big guys. Because like he said the other day, he's like, most of my content now is demonetized as soon as I put up. And I've come to realize, because of the nature of this channel, even when we get monetized, we're not going to be monetized. I already know that. And at first, to be honest with you guys, I started this channel because I was like, I need to replace an income. But then I fell in love with you guys, and I'm like, it don't even matter at this point. And Demcat, yeah, I used to watch Demcat. I like Demcat. Demcat is I haven't watched him in so long, but I love his story. I love the way he moved from, I think he was up in Michigan, moved down south to Tennessee, I want to say. And I watched this one video from Demcat when he first got an AR-15 and got a AK, and he was shooting them. I was like, this dude has no idea what he's doing. I wonder maybe if the Canadian Prepper said something about the bunker drama with Bear, and that caused the rift. I'm not really sure what happened, but I know Bear does not. He does not like Canadian Prepper, and he makes it well known. He makes it well known. Prepper Princess. Yeah, I used to be subscribed to Prepper Princess. I used to be subscribed to what's the girl name? The nurse prepper nurse. I think I used to be subscribed to her too. But you know, it's so many great channels out there. And when you start your own channel, unless you're locked into a family like we are, when you start your own channel and you start putting up a whole bunch of content, you start losing some of the connections that you used to have with some of the people. That's all. Remember when them cat got that Tybo boxing? I didn't see that. Oh my God, that had to be funny. Yeah, prepper nurse. So yeah, that had. Oh my God, that had to be funny. Cause you know them cats. He's kind of chunky. He's kind of a big guy. He's kind of. I've never heard of Miami Prepper. I don't know who that is. But look, guys, I'm gonna go in here and see if I can find this guy. And we're about 15 after, and I'm gonna check on the stock market and see what's going on. And you guys make it a great day. Okay, make it a great day. Have a wonderful, awesome day. I found my Superman hat. You know that's my alter ego. A lot of folks call me Superman. I don't know why. Probably because I used to wear a whole bunch of Superman stuff. I love Superman. You know, fighting for justice, the American way, blah, 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 blah. I love the idea of Superman. So, I just try to help folks. I'm Clark Kent by day and I'm Superman by night, I guess. I don't know. Bear Independent is envious. He started beef with Canadian Prepper unnecessarily. That could be true. I know Miami Prepper. Patriot. That's it. Patriot Nurse. Patriot Nurse. She was late to the virus game? Really? Golly, I'm surprised at that. As much as she talk about medicines and healing and all that, wow. I can't believe it. I prefer the channels that don't talk about politics much. Politics are too, yeah, you know, we'll talk politics in here every now and then, but there's so many emotions that get involved, you know, with politics and religion. We'll talk some religion every now and then. You guys know when I first started, I wouldn't talk politics or religion. Now I'm like, you know what? It's okay to upset some people sometimes. All right, guys, I gotta go. I like Survivor Lily. Yeah, I like Survivor Lily too. Wow, she didn't believe it at first. I cannot believe that. Wow, I can't believe she didn't believe. Look, guys, I gotta go. I'm walking into Lowe's. Oh, why you still can? Listen, Lowe's has trees. Now I'm assuming Home Depot has trees too. So while you can go out and get them, go get you some trees, get you some edibles, start growing you some stuff. Stuff is out now, which means spring is right around the corner. Okay, Prepper Princess is downplaying Prepper, now telling people not to prep more than a year or two. Most. Really? I wonder why. And they just said on national TV this morning, and I'm gonna post that video later. They just said on national TV, on CBS News this morning, that over the next year, basically everybody is going to be, I don't want to say infected, but you're going to come in contact with coronavirus. Everybody. And that was on CBS. I couldn't believe they actually said that. My husband is an EMT, and even he been saying he didn't believe it. Wow. It's about to get real. Yeah, it's about to get real, y'all. And until next time, I will see you guys. I absolutely love y'all. Thank y'all so very much for being here. I'm going to show y'all while I'm walking around. Show y'all some of this stuff. All right, so let's see what they have here. There's Terra strawberries. Strawberries, Terra. Big boy tomatoes. See, they're getting ready. Romaine lettuce. They got figs and stuff back there. And the trees are down here. Okay? I'm going to walk down here just to see what kind of trees they... Whoa. Do they say 75% off? No, I know they don't say 75% off. I need to get more strawberry plants. 17 is not enough. Good Lord, you got 17? That's a lot. Oh, okay. These are 75% off. I was about to say, if they got trees 75% off, I'm about to spend my whole check. But it's this little stuff that's these little trees right here. Some stuff that I don't want. I wouldn't buy. Shade trees I'm not gonna buy. Flowering trees I'm not gonna buy. I mean, I guess it'd be good to have flowering trees if you're trying to attract bees or whatever. But it seems like my corn that I plant attract enough bees. Oh my God! Everybody has done what I said they were gonna do. They came in and bought up all the peach trees. Oh, they have a few back here. Oh, I got 10 minutes. So here's a couple peach trees. These trees are like $25 each. Cherry trees, that's a $32 tree. I like buying my stuff from Lowe's because they're cheaper than going to the nursery, to be honest with you. Apple trees, $25. Okay, so they got a few out here. There's another pear tree. Okay, cool. Listen, guys, we're gonna get out of here. I gotta go. I need to get more strawberry plants. When they start growing, I'll do a video show. Cool, that'll be awesome. All right, guys, thank y'all so much for being here again. We are out. I will see y'all. I'll check back in on you guys later, okay? All right, take care.